Welcome back, guys. As some of you might have seen, started my own YouTube channel. If you have not watched that video yet, check it out. It should be somewhere. Kind of new to this stuff. Don't really know what to do with my hands. But as you've seen, started my own channel, working on my own projects. I got a bunch of very odd projects. This one's actually one of the less odd projects, a 240 with an LS. It's actually pretty more standard than a 240 with a KA or SR, but I figured I'd give you guys a rundown on what I've done to the car so far. So the car's actually had a lot of stuff done in a very short amount of time. I've only had it for maybe 3 weeks now. I got it as a roller. It had a cage in it, it had angle kit, and it had a couple other miscellaneous things. It has all the front end parts. They're just obviously not on because it makes having an engine in and out a lot easier. Had the engine out 3 times already. So let's give a walk around on what I've done to the car so far. A couple people have said I should probably call it Ragu, and that kind of makes the most sense. It is somewhat red, but I'm kind of going for the red, white, and blue theme. You're not gonna see all this blue once the fenders and bumper are on and hood. You're just gonna see mostly the red and it's kind of like a pewter. It's kind of like a pewter two-tone, which is kind of funny because it matches the 4th gen Camaro. And then it's got a hammer tone silver cage in it. And that was pretty much how I got the car. No glass. It does have the windows. They are crank windows, which is nice that it still has them and that they're crank, so I don't have to worry about wiring, because the less wiring, the better on a car, in my opinion. Obviously, you can see I have my work boots on. Kind of the only thing appropriate in this shop is some work boots and 2-wheel drive. When I'm like welding or something that's a little more intense, I'll put them in 4-high, but for now, it's 2-wheel drive. So back to this car. The angle kit is like a Megan Racing angle kit. It's actually pretty good. It has a good amount of angle. It has some coilovers on it. It has a big brake kit in the front, which is not huge, but for a car that's gonna weigh 2,200 pounds, it's pretty good. It's not bad. In the back, it does have a welded diff, and then it's got a bunch of miscellaneous arms and stuff, and heim joints, and just stuff like that. Like the brakes are in good condition, plenty of pad left on it, solid subframe mounts. In the back, I have this fuel cell I mounted up. I welded in this little stanchion to be like a 4th leg for it. Got this battery box. That came with the car, actually. Convenient. I didn't have to get a battery box. I will have to put a firewall of some sort, I assume, for drifting. I know in drag racing you need it. Fenders are already rolled. Inside, I actually decided to rhino liner. I've never done this on a car. Wanted to try it out. I was like, hey, might as well not put carpet in this. I'll just throw some rhino liner down. I don't know. Who knows how well it'll work? Some of you guys might be like, you're such an idiot. That's such a stupid move, but hey, figuring it out. Over here, I have the Holley Dominator already mounted up. This is already plugged in. It's already ran through the firewall on top of the motor. I got the steering rack with the quick disconnect steering wheel on, ready to go. This is just one of the Camaro seats that I had. Just put it in here so it looks a little more like a whole car. You know, it's kind of weird not having a seat. So that's like the gist of this car. It already had a ton of good stuff. That's why I got it. I figured it was just such a leg up to start from a chassis like this. It already didn't have a motor, so I didn't have to pull the motor and have it end up sitting on the ground in the corner of my shop like that. That's the motor from the 4th gen, the V6. I have not gotten rid of it yet. I've been trying. If anybody wants it, please email me. I would love to get rid of it. It's a 3.8 from a 4th gen Camaro, and I don't want it anymore. It takes up too much space, and it leaked all of its oil. It's very inconvenient. So every couple weeks I like to clean my power tools when they've gotten a lot of usage. They've been pretty abused. Like, they're all pretty dirty right now. This one was doing some woodworking. This one's all gummed up. This thing's been getting a ton of abuse. Just very dirty stuff. So I'm gonna clean all these up. Obviously, I have a very particular style tool that I like. Well, the tools are clean. They look a lot better. You don't realize really just how much grime they build up until you clean them. So it's nice to just every now and then use a paper towel and some super clean and wipe them all down, and you'd be kind of amazed how well these tools will clean up. You might be thinking, is he wearing a mask in the shop? Well, you're right. I wear a mask in my car, in the shop, grocery stores, the whole nine. But I'm wearing this mask for a specific reason. I'm doing some spray painting, and as you know, these things block everything. So spray painting, hopefully the vapors don't get me through the mask and I don't inhale any paint or vapors. But paint up my front end. I'm using some Rust-Oleum. It's deep blue, so using some deep blue on the whole front end and see how that comes out. So just using some spray paint. Obviously, if I powder coated, it'd be a lot better, but I still do need to do some welding on the front end, but I wanted to get an initial paint on it all, and then I can just grind it off in the bay and add whatever I need. But so this is my little paint booth setup I have in the other side of the shop. I got the V1 here. Once I spray everything, the fan just pulls it all down and it doesn't just float around the shop as bad. But it works good. It's a great way to hang a couple things and paint it in a confined space so I don't just overspray on everything. All right, all this nice blue jewelry is going on the 240 over here. I do like to install it with a dead blow, just because I kind of do everything with a dead blow. Hammers are basically 90% of what I do here. So I'm gonna install all that, make it look all pretty. Well, it's mocked up. Well, actually not even mocked up anymore. Everything's tightened up now and it looks freaking awesome. This Chair Slayer kit, highly recommend. Chair Slayer is a badass. He makes these kits and they directly bolt in over here, here, and then you can take out either side. So say I, wall tap right here or door tap somebody or something crazy, I could just get a new one of those. It looks freaking awesome. Well, you guys are kind of starting to see my problem here. I make cars too nice. I mean, I don't want to say it's too nice, but it's way too nice for a starter drift car. I should not have went this far, but here we are. I'm gonna keep going even farther. I'm gonna make it basically a show car when I'm done that I'm gonna put into a wall. So show car, wall taps. It's gonna be really, really exciting. But don't forget to subscribe. There's gonna be a lot more awesome content coming. Thank you guys so much for all the support on the last video. I hope you guys like all the stuff that's to come. We got some really cool projects in the works. We're gonna have Bronte out here working on the car. I'm gonna have Bronte driving the car. Who knows, it might just be her car in the end of the day. But thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment, all that fun stuff. I'll try to answer some comments. Thanks for watching. See you next time.